podcast, while hilarious, is not intended to be a replacement for mental health treatment, nor are we professionals in any related field. Such care should be sought from a qualified medical professional, and this is the Grippy Socks Gang Podcast. Welcome to the Grippy Socks Gang Podcast, guys. We're a group of ladies that met in AA, bonded over trauma, and stayed for the drama. I'm your grippy co-host, Ash, and this is my grippy co-host, Kel.
Hi!
And the star of the show, McLovin.
McLovin Teresa. He's gonna have his hat on.
Yeah.
He's so disheveled.
So the whole Grippy Socks gang needed a little mental health break and decided to do some funny ha-has.
Yes, absolutely.
And like be hip with the kids and the
We
trends.
need to be hip with the kids. But we should do a little quick catch up.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. How's your week been? Tell me everything.
Well, it's a full moon and I just started my period today.
Fantastic.
So, I am the witchiest of witches.
I love it. I love it. You're the most powerful right now.
You're the most powerful
potent.
right now.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try to get some stuff done maybe. But
Girl, don't push it.
I know it. I know it. This is what I always do.
Why?
Yeah, I've been fighting that internal battle all week.
Yep.
Because this is what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Grippies hold me accountable. I am going to focus on my phases. Now that I am no birth control, like actual natural period.
Yeah.
I want to actually try to focus on it and then when to get stuff done, like when and how to take care of myself.
Okay.
Because I forget every time.
Yeah, well, we have so much life going on, and then, yeah, thank you. I just didn't want it to
We're
be
trying new wireless mics.
trying wireless mics.
So if you see us going like this.
Where is that? I think mine's sinking. Maybe it's just my boob sagging. It was perky when I woke up, and that's it.
Oh, yeah, I'm wireless bra.
And
Heated pooch pouch.
Yep, I love it. But like, life happens when you're like, I'm in my luteal phase, and then you're like, you wake up the next day and you're like, where am I? You know, like you just.
I'm just gonna try to be relatively aware.
I wonder if you could like put it in your calendar like this.
I already did.
Okay.
I did because I am very much. I don't know what astrology is telling me for this time of year, but I've been on one as far as organizing, trying to get.
The way I wish that I could be like that right now. I'm just dragging my corpse from day to day.
Thank you guys for loving me through the group chats for the past 2 weeks.
It's been Jimmy. I've been completely absent from the group chats on Mars, like gone. Like they're having a full-on brother-sister friendship right now.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Supporting each other.
Say it's beautiful.
Say it's beautiful,
Okay,
Jimmy.
thumbs up, I'll take it.
And
I'm like organizing, trying to make business meetings happen for the pod, mainly just because I don't want to hustle as hard.
Right.
I want to be able to do this and not,
Right.
you know.
Right. And we're getting.
Either we're gonna go all in.
Right. And I think that's.
But also like we're still just having fun.
We're still just having fun. But we can also like, I learned yesterday that we can have fun and do business at the same time. And I think I'm just learning that in this phase of my life as well, like with my work, like I have fun at work now. So that's why I love being there. I also need to stop being there so much because I'm constantly ill.
It's a nice rasp.
Thank you so much.
If you ever wanted to get on a blues album, I feel like now would be the time. Because guys, Kelly sang for an album of a dope band.
I was more like shouting, but yesterday,
I love it.
Friday night, I got the text and it was an invite to sing what's called gang vocals on.
Explain that to me.
So gang vocals is when like a group of us is in a room. There's a couple mics set up in the center of the room and we're just basically yell singing towards the mics.
Which is very on brand.
Very on brand.
For
so
that band.
Right. So if you know a local Boston band that does gang vocals a lot, you know who this band is. I'm not going to say their name because I don't want to blow up their spot, but I was the only chick there.
We're going to put them on the map. You're the Groupie Socks gang. You probably haven't heard of them before, but...
Oh no!
They have a whole new following. Their shows are going to look so different.
They're so different. They have great backdrops.
We're all going to have sound headphones to like dull it because we're all fucking unwell.
fucking. My boss was like, "You need to see like you need to go in there and be like, I need more snare in my left ear." And yesterday, so I was there with like one of my best friends of life. Like, he's like, he just knows me inside and out. I think it's a mutual respect and adoration for each other. We cannot be in the same room together and stay serious for too long. And he's thinking that he's plugged into my headset and he just keeps turning his voice up and thinking that it's going into his headset. And he's like, I can't fucking hear myself. It's so weird.
But he's screaming in yours.
And I'm consequently the loudest one for 8 hours.
Because you're trying to scream over it.
I think everybody else is hearing the same thing. I'm like, wow, they're really fucking pumping this into the headphones. I take my headphones off and it starts playing and he looks at me and goes, whoa. He's like, buddy.
Screaming at him.
He's like, buddy, why is my vocal so loud in your headphones? And I'm like, dude, I don't know. And he goes, oh, am I not plugged into this one? And I go, that's me. And he goes, bro, I've been turning you up for like the past 6 hours. Me having no idea that I'm the loudest one in the room for the past 5.5, 6 hours because he just keeps turning it up. And I think everybody else in the room has the same amount of vocals in their headsets going, but we all have individual like headphone like pieces. And one of our other friends comes over and he's like, you have the voice of an angel. And I'm like, okay. Like, don't fucking rub it in right now. Like, don't say that.
But you do.
Thank you.
We should have a musical Grippy episode.
Let's just sing all our traumas. And then I blacked
Jimmy can
out.
definitely make some graphics for that.
Yeah, for
like
sure.
one of those cartoon
Absolutely.
things. I don't know, because Jimmy's been crushing it.
He has
lately.
been crushing it with the reels.
With
like
the reels, the TikTok. Like
if you're not following us on TikTok, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You know, like it's getting out there.
We took off.
Yeah, we did. We're famous now. I mean, like in our personal lives and our professional lives, this is it.
We're crushing.
We're crushing it.
I was on FaceTime with my mom when Jimmy was just like, "Go check the numbers."
Really?
And I was like, oh, "Mom," and she goes, "Oh, that's so great! I'm so proud of you guys."
I just love her. She's our biggest fan.
She's absolutely our biggest fan.
She's so cute.
And I was like, "Thanks, Mom."
She's so cute. Yeah, we
Which
love
is
them.
just fun because we've been getting like comments and more engagement. It's just nice to hear like what people have to say.
Oh yeah, and like I love reading the comments.
I know
I love it because I get an alert whenever they come up, and I'm like, and like Sarah, what a real one.
Truly,
we love Sarah. Day one, always believed in us. Like commenting like I'm at my full witch phase when and I'm like, yes, bitch, let's go.
And the girls identifying over the narcissism.
Oh my god.
Part, it's like, ooh, it's like we knew that was gonna hit.
Yeah, and it's been eye opening to see like, and like people have been messaging me privately being like, I cannot get over how much I relate.
I've gotten a few of those.
Like, thank you for talking about the stuff that actually matters in life. And
that's not what today's episode is.
Not what today's about, baby. We're taking a mental vacay.
There's a time and a place.
Yeah, for sure. And
but
like,
no, it's really just cool to see that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I, Ash has her period. I am going through menopause or something. I don't know what's going on with me. I've been sick for like a
6
fortnight.
months.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. It hath been
Yeah, it hath been a season.
a season of ill.
Yeah. I was feeling really lonely this past week.
Oh
It was
my God.
Big time in my feels.
Yeah.
I was like questioning choices, and I was like,
You're like, where is this
Slap,
coming
slap.
from? Yes. Wah, wah.
and Bailey was sick.
Oh my God.
I know, I had to bring her to the vet. and
No.
Yes.
Is she okay?
She's fine. She had goopy in her eye and it turned green.
baby.
I know, to pull baby.
Oh.
But so I was like, all right, you got like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of new butts at her daycare. So I think,
Okay.
too much sniffings in the butts.
Yeah.
But who can blame her?
Who could blame her? That's what she does. She's an active bitch.
She is an active bitch.
She's really
But
out
she
here.
was like not limping, but she would lift her leg up when she got up.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, like maybe she slept on it wrong or whatever. And it just kind of happened too many times over like a month.
Mm-hmm.
Not even, it was like a few weeks.
Yeah. What came of that?
Literally nothing, because she'd started her new daycare, which is like a lot more active. They have like a much bigger room.
Stop.
They do like relay races with the dogs.
This is
and
amazing.
I know it. And they take them for
This
walks.
is her
throughout the day.
alley.
Yeah.
Cause what type of dog is she?
Border Collie.
Border Collie.
So she's
She's on the move.
a friend of mine because she always looks up
Yeah.
at like the planes and lights and everything.
Which is like so many dogs just don't even
I
notice
know,
that.
they just don't
they-
look up.
no.
But from day one, she was a big time looker upper. I think she was a World War II veteran, like reincarnated. Because
Was she a bomber? She was a
for
bomber.
sure, where a friend of mine wants to buy her one of the bomber helmets with the goggles.
Yes.
Because
Please.
the big old dog park that I bring her to, which is not like fenced in or anything, it's just
I'm
a
obsessed.
big open park like next to the woods.
Yes.
It's right in Logan's flight path.
She can sense it.
She hears it way before
Oh,
you
of
can
course
see it.
she
It's
does.
crazy. And she's just like,
She's like, the ground is trembling.
Yeah.
We're coming in at 450 miles per hour.
She's got her
West
hand on the
side.
trigger.
Yeah. She's like, coming in from the northwest.
incoming. I was going to make
love
a
her
Pearl
so
Harbor
much.
reference, but it's not the time.
It's not the time.
At this time in our nation,
No,
it's just
no, we've had a lot going on. Also, like grippies. If you're feeling some sort of dissociative way about the past week of the
okay.
first 11 days of this year,
we're coming up on a tough one.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Like I've not checked in with self in it's been at least since New Year's Eve.
But we're getting Canada.
We're getting Canada and Greenland.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
Greenland.
Greenland. I think he's getting tricked. Like the
I think so too. I think so too.
Guy.
Yeah.
They're like,
Leif
"We'll give you-"
Erikson, wasn't he an explorer?
I don't know. He was a Viking or something. He's my only frame of reference for that part of the world.
My only frame of reference for that part of the country is Jimmy, because he was in Greenland for a year, in the darkness.
Because I remember, like, in school, them talking about, like, how there was some shifty finagle bagel where they're like, don't worry, we'll take Iceland.
Yes.
You can have Greenland.
Yes.
And then they got there on, like, the Santa Maria.
That's
and
correct.
they were like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's not actually green.
No.
Yep.
There's nothing there.
There's nothing.
There's
there.
nothing. Tell us.
There's really not much to talk about. There's literally
What kind of conditions did you often fly in on in Greenland? Like flying into there?
Like wind, cold.
Yeah.
very windy, whiteout conditions. Can't see 2 feet in front of you because of the snow.
You had to fly in sideways
What
sometimes?
were you guys doing over there? Classified.
Don't worry about it.
Doing a battle?
Said, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Is that where you put all the space trash?
No.
Be a good spot. You know what I'm saying? It's just gonna get frozen.
Space trash stays in space.
I thought it comes down over the Pacific. I thought you took it down. That's why you have the
No.
award.
No. We monitor the space trash. So we know where it is, so we can make sure other things don't fly in its path.
My
Well, what do you do
life
then?
has been a lie.
We don't do anything. I just tell them.
I'm questioning the past 8 years.
Wow. You
Wow.
kind of got a lot less cool in my eyes. I thought you were up there with like a Hoover,
No.
you know,
Nope.
or like a big net because no gravity. That would definitely
Jimmy's in the
work.
little, what's the little cartoon alien that's black with the green helmet and the little
Oh, mhm.
skirt on, the Roman
From-
skirt? What's his name?
No idea.
Oh yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
You will.
Marvin the Martian?
Marvin the Martian. Thank you.
Jimmy's up there like with the helmet on and the Roman skirt. Yeah, the gladiator.
I just thought you were taking it down.
I thought you were
No. I mean, it sometimes burns into the atmosphere. But
fantastic.
that happens all the time.
How much trash do you think is up there? Are we putting trash up there?
No, we don't put trash up there. It's more like
Satellites, right?
well, like. All right, so
You allowed to say this?
Buckle up. When you say trash, I'm thinking garbage, like kitchen garbage trash.
have you ever seen Apollo 13, the movie, or Armageddon?
Oh yeah, of course.
So you know when like anytime there's like a launch,
Yeah.
it like
Oh, all the
pieces
shit
break off.
Okay.
That shit doesn't go in the ocean?
No, you're already like in there. So you have to get into the atmosphere with like the jet propulsion, whatever. And then it's like new. Yeah.
This fucking bitch with all the fucking information.
I didn't know I knew that. You know what I'm saying? There's just a whole bunch of nonsense up
Yeah, as you're like all of a sudden you're like you hit a like you were
Armageddon.
obviously an astronaut in a past life. I
there.
mean,
That's what we should do
yeah.
for an epi.
Go into space?
Yes. I did watch Elysium last night
What is
with Matt
Elysium?
Damon.
Oh.
It was very good, and it's about like the the rich people. It's just like 2055 or whatever.
Yeah.
Earth is obviously destitute. All us poor people have to stay down
Is
here.
that when he gets like the big fancy house and everything?
No,
Space.
no, oh no. I think you're thinking of Shrunk, because Matt Damon did
Oh,
do a
yeah,
thing
yeah.
as Shrunk,
Yeah, yeah.
which there you go.
Okay.
And then his bitch stays
Well-
big. It's just terrible.
Yeah,
No,
she like
Elysium-
bails on the last second.
He's
I've
already
never seen
little,
this.
And he goes up and he's like, "What the fuck?"
Wait, yeah, they shrink them?
Yeah, they shrunk them, and they were like, all the money that you have here, imagine what it'll buy you in as minis. And they create a whole, like, new world of just
Miniature
littles.
people.
Because they're just like, bang, bang, bang. They
Shut
can build mansions because they're,
Oh, it's like us walking around here and we're like, it's so big.
yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Got it. Me jumping from bookshelf to bookshelf.
Like a flea.
Yeah. Yep.
Honey, I Shrunk the
Fucking
Kids.
Marcel the Shell with shoes on. I have to introduce you.
Is that,
Okay. Anyways,
but no, this one was, they created like the perfect community
I see.
out in
Marcel
space.
the Shell would thrive. I'm just saying, like he got a gas bubble once and he floated. So he had.
Is this a like cartoon character? What are we doing?
Yeah, it's like a stop motion, and he hang glides on Doritos.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways,
But the
ADD.
movie was fantastic.
Okay,
I love
okay.
Matt Damon in a good, like,
right. When applied well, a Matt Damon is fantastic.
I love him. Also, speaking of Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, Armageddon, by far one of my favorite movies in the whole world.
Same. Has
They're-
always been.
Their love.
And then the father-daughter connection. I mean, that hit me before I even,
Yeah.
you know, like that. I was probably 10, 12 when that came out and
Yep.
sobbing.
Yep. It was so
Sobbing.
good.
Yeah.
And we love a woman in male industries.
Yes,
just,
absolutely.
you know, all
I was like, this is my bitch. And
Yeah.
Liv Tyler's from Massachusetts. Like, let's go.
Is she?
Yeah, she's Steven
what that
Tyler's
was.
kid. She's Steven Tyler's
Is
kid.
she?
Is she?
She's Steven Tyler's daughter?
You didn't know Liv Tyler was Steven Tyler's daughter?
No.
Girl. The mouth.
I said you couldn't tell by like the.
The face.
I don't know what Steven Tyler looks like. Isn't he the one that looks like an old lesbian?
Yes.
Now he does.
Now he does. I love him so much.
Listen, if we haven't learned by now that I am not good at association.
Okay. Yeah. But
Yeah.
he's my favorite grandma.
But, I mean, he chooses his clothes.
Right. I used to see him at Starbucks or at Barnes & Noble. Yeah, I grew up on the South Shore. He lives on the South Shore.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I was friends with, like, Joe Perry's kid. Guitarist for Aerosmith.
Aerosmith's a band.
I know. Fuck you, Jimmy. I pruned his trees, I think.
Okay, that makes sense.
Maybe the drummer. Does the drummer live around here?
Joe Kramer, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I pruned his trees and fertilized his grass.
actually, my best friend in high school,
He has amazing wisteria.
this is a weird full circle moment. Her landscaper for her parents' house, where I grew up, was the imitator Steven Tyler in the Aerosmith knockoff band. Isn't that so weird?
Wait.
Her landscaper, her parents' landscaper.
Yes.
That used to come over on Saturday mornings when we have sleepover.
To
I'd
an
be like, oh my
Aerosmith
God, I'd
guy.
be like, is that Steven Tyler outside doing your bushes? And she's like, nope.
Oh, okay.
That's his body double, basically. Like,
So
he
cool.
has his own Aerosmith imitation band.
That's hilarious.
Yep.
They prefer cover band
Sorry,
or tribute band.
tribute band. Yeah, they prefer the term tribute band. But he would like show
What
up
did you
to
call
like
it? Cover
imitation. Yeah, cover band. But
I see
I
what
kept
you're
saying the wrong term. He would like show up to like his kid went to school with us, so like he would show up at like chorus, parents' nights or whatever, and I'd be like, is that Steven? No, he's way too tall. Like wow. But he could sing like him. He looked like him.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But yeah, I used to run into Steven. I worked at the Barnes and Noble where he got his Starbucks coffee
So cool.
every day, and once ran into him getting ice cream in on a beach in the South Shore, and went up to him and said, "Hey, you're the reason I'm going to Berkeley." And he's like, "Let me get some of that ice cream. What do you got?" And like dug his. Anyways, what a
I was
tangent.
gonna say that's quite the tangent. We went from
alive.
talking about Greenland and ended up talking
yeah, we're
about
getting
Steven
Steven Tyler.
Tyler's
Yeah.
cover band.
Let's get into
Let's so today we're gonna go over icks.
Yes.
And
And we might be late on the trend, but I think they're
Listen,
hilarious.
this is an everlasting thing, I think.
Yeah.
And I have the definition here from the Cambridge English Dictionary of what an ick is, okay? Informal definition, a sudden feeling you dislike someone or something or are no longer attracted to someone because of something they do. The example here is, I used to like Kevin, but when I saw him in that suit, it gave me the ick. I mean, that's savage.
Honestly.
That's...
But we all
Kevin's
know
in a suit, like he's trying to. Oh, I just spit everywhere.
everywhere. But what kind of suit? Is it like, does he want to be an astronaut and he's in a fake astronaut
Okay,
suit?
okay.
You just don't know. And
Okay.
everybody's icks are different. We're not meaning
Everybody's
to
icks are-
offend anybody.
Yep.
These are just funny ha-has.
Jimmy, will you edit out me spitting?
No.
It was like a gleek. It like came from behind my.
Yeah.
My friend Jesse can gleek on command. Anyways, that's my ick for Jesse.
Oh, everybody has their own. For me, it definitely depends on like the mood, where I'm at in like wanting to pursue someone. Because I was thinking about it, and I'm like, some of my icks have also been like a love in somebody else because of how I felt about that person.
What do you mean?
Like-
Elaborate for us.
Like, I dated a guy that was like very.
This is so good. I can't stop giggling.
Okay, perfect one. I dated a guy that was a dairy farmer.
Is this an example, or did you really?
No, hand to God, I dated.
Where do you find these guys?
Jimmy's like, how many times were you in McLean?
He's not actually a dairy farmer.
I just thought he was. You're like, where do you work? He's like, Hood. I work at the Hood bottle in the seaport. You're like, so you take tickets? So you work at the Science Museum? No. I'm a dairy farmer.
That little bottle outside the equipment. No, this one was real. This was real. This was pre-McLean.
Oh, shit.
And
She's out there fucking raw dogging with
Not him.
Not him, not the dairy farm. He had fucking.
I didn't want to get stuck in that life. 'Cause I
No.
realized real quick that
What town? Like,
well, I
how
could get out of
far
it, but
west?
where I grew up.
You'd end up in an Amish community somewhere, middle of nowhere.
At that time, I was looking for like.
She knows how to woodwork so well. Everything I ask her about, she's like, lanolin. We'll fix that.
It was a beautiful evening during Rumspringa. Jebediah.
I'm actually still on my rum spring.
I'm sweating so much.
I was just thinking about the Amish show. Remember
Breaking Amish?
Breaking Amish. I was literally thinking that when I was doing my makeup today. I'm like,
Look at Mick staring.
their education only goes to 8th grade. And I'm like, and then they just threw them out in the world.
They did. They were like, you're 11? You got your period? Let's go.
Check out how the other half lives.
When were you dating?
A dairy farmer. It was like post high school.
How many syllables did his name have?
What the fuck was his name? Well, there was kind of two.
What?
They were from different
Were
farms.
they twins?
No.
They were they from competing farms?
No, they all kind of like helped each other. It was like a whole community. It was during a very weird time of my life.
No way.
Wait. You dated two different dairy farmers.
Yes.
Viewers,
I
if
feel like
you
And you claim you didn't have an American Girl doll?
I didn't. Well, how did those two go together?
I mean, same.
because you lived in 1850, so
Honestly, the dairy farmer community is a really important community in this country.
I
and
totally
they never get paid enough because
wow.
big milk. Big milk comes
'Cause of
in
Hood.
and waters down their shit, and they don't pay them enough. But they take such good care of their cows.
So you looked at them and were like, because you take such good care of Bessie.
And Carol, they were gonna take such good care of me, and I was very much in my inner church moment of like something about a man, and it's true.
How many times did you go on a date where you had to wear?
We didn't go on dates. I just kept going to the farm because this was my.
Did
ick.
you always show up in the
Daisy Dukes.
coverall rubber boots?
No.
No.
So if you would have asked this guy, would he also agree that you guys dated?
Fuck you, Jimmy.
You just showed up to the farm and...
No, I could. There was no
Need some
real
pruning?
going out except to like the local bar.
Hoe dance?
Fuck you guys. Listen, I bring a different perspective to this podcast, and that's why we're becoming so successful.
What fucking state did you go?
Massachusetts. Western Mass is like all farms.
Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Yeah. Anyways, how did we even get here? I don't know. Oh, I liked that he had tractors and all of that stuff, but it gave me the ick because they literally can't take days off because the cows are always producing milk. And it's just like their families.
So he's a hard worker and you just...
I know.
So he has other women, is what you're saying.
That's the point of the ick. What?
He has other women, is what you're saying.
I can hope not.
I mean, well, other women being the cows. Being Catherine and Eugene.
Yeah,
and
they're incredibly hard workers. They literally never take a day off. They also drank 24/7. Because they were getting up at 2 o'clock in the morning. They're like, just fucking keep going. There was more like Coors Light and Bush and Twisted Tea than I've ever seen in my life. But I
think an episode of Intervention was actually a dairy farmer, if I'm not mistaken.
He can't go to rehab. The girls need to
Right,
get
right.
taken care of.
Right. Do you think that if you continued to date a dairy farmer,
I couldn't. I love to travel. That was my ick. Was that like, I
They
need
just-
to leave.
yeah, yeah.
I'd get Stockholm syndrome.
which they probably have from the cows? Mm-hmm. Okay.
But it's a beautiful family dynamic. Like,
And by family, you mean their emotional dependence on four-legged animals that are 2 tons each.
I'm so sorry.
what to them?
Yeah. If they're listening.
For all our dairy farmers out there.
I was really in my cowboy face.
I just
Or,
really,
like,
I love this for you.
Hardworking, dirty man. I still love a hardworking, dirty man.
Right.
I just want him to be able to come with me as I travel.
Absolutely.
So
the ick was, see, my ick.
because he stayed so, it was there and like the bar.
Right. To do Foursquare dancing. I'm just getting a good picture here.
That's not what we did.
No?
Where's my vape? No.
Didn't go to the 4-H club
What's a
I love a
4-H
good
club?
fucking 4-H club.
for a rowdy night.
What's a 4-H?
It's like horses. It's like the kids. It would have been me if I knew what 4-H was back in the day. It's
Really?
the girls that do with the horses and they show
Horse
pigs.
girls.
Yeah, horse girls. I didn't realize I was coming into a fucking roast today. But I'm glad you guys are getting
said
along.
that so slowly. Horse girls.
Because it's such a specific type of girl.
Okay.
My mom was #1 barrel racer in Connecticut.
That's fucking amazing. Barrel racing is so fucking crazy to
I know,
me.
she's
That's
such a
fucking
bad
crazy.
bitch.
Did she lasso and shit?
I don't know if she went into lasso, but yeah, she.
Barrel racing's so cool to watch.
So where she grew up in Connecticut, there was like all fields of tobacco.
Yeah.
So she would go pick tobacco to be able to, and then work at the.
Do we live in the same United States? What the
If
fuck?
it's not that far away, you guys need to get
my
west.
mind. Blowing my mind. Maybe
Like,
we need to take
not
more
even
car trips. I don't know
2
what.
hours. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys need to see this beautiful country.
Wow. Maybe just the states
state
we
of
live.
Massachusetts. Have you ever been to the Berkshires?
No, I've never been. No, I don't. Jimmy's also never been to the vineyard.
Roast
though.
them.
Jimmy's never been to the vineyard, so.
You guys go to like Hawaii and everything, which is
know.
so amazing. But
Yeah.
have you traveled this? You're military, don't you guys travel all around?
Yeah, I've been in a lot of places.
Like within the country, but like not to be able to like see them. You've been on like on base like working.
No, I mean we have time off.
What do you call that?
Time off?
No, there's a word for it.
Leave? Like being on leave?
I think that's what you're thinking.
Respite. I feel like they said that in Armageddon.
You delivered that like it was a funeral.
Respite. This is the most unhinged fucking episode. Okay, so
I
I
also
also
got
got
3
dairy
hours.
farming. My ick. I was
Yeah.
trying to use it as a quick example before we got into the list.
No, we're gonna really dive deep.
So I went from. I mean,
So this is where-
I have dated many different types.
The topic of this episode has changed from icks to your dairy farm experience.
It was fucking awesome. We rode ATVs out.
You could be
like,
an alcoholic and he wouldn't know. He'd
Right,
be like,
no,
"You're
they
such a
are.
normal drinker."
They would be like, "Oh, she's so dainty."
Yeah,
She
yeah.
doesn't finish a whole 30.
Right, exactly.
The only time anyone would call me dainty.
Can I tell you what my ick, and it'll tell you how neurotic I am?
Mm-hmm.
My biggest ick is this just cancels out like 93.9% of the population. Chewing with your mouth open.
Oh, absolutely.
That's an ick for everybody.
Yeah.
No,
that's so
it's
gross.
not.
No,
It's
Some
not.
Should be.
Some
No.
people are fucking disgusting.
I blame the mothers.
I blame always.
That's like a person ick, not like a guy.
No, we're
Guys
just doing
type,
in
like, it's
general.
not- it's usually, like, general ick.
I hate when guys. They're gonna come for me, but when guys will cross their legs like this,
Oh, you hate it?
it gives me the ick immediately.
Really?
But then I also
you're like,
hate
your
when
junk's
guys
not big
like
enough?
man spread.
Okay.
So that's an acceptable thing. Jimmy's doing the 4.
Yeah, the 4.
That's
yep.
acceptable. But then I also like a sensitive man, and I'm not gonna go.
They
seem
often
to
cross their yeah.
They cross their legs more.
Yeah.
I mean, they're a former boxer of mine who I admire so much crossed his legs, but he was such a boss bitch is the only way I can describe him.
I get that. I mean,
But if a love interest of mine, like first date rolled up,
crossed
crossed his legs, like just tuck his ankle like a
I was in a room full of men yesterday crossing their legs.
Like this?
Yeah. Yeah. But then, like, I got on the couch and I'm doing the 4, and everybody's like, oh, we can spread out, you know, like.
Yeah.
They're like, she's one of the dudes.
Yeah.
And I had the.
Is it comfortable? Jamie, cross your legs.
No.
Refuses.
Like, take a picture of me.
No, I'm not. I only have the Reddit list up of icks. He knows me so well.
Yeah, he does.
Snap
He does.
that shit in a second.
Content.
You don't trust me.
He doesn't trust his own wife, okay? He's military. He doesn't
That's
trust
fine.
anybody.
I'm very suspicious.
He doesn't trust McLovin. He doesn't trust me. He doesn't
That's-
trust the womb he came from. Like,
That's fair.
yeah.
That was on my, the work PI, personal indicator, whatever
Yeah.
kind of test. The ones that, like, you can't beat, no matter, like,
Right,
even if you try to,
right.
like, fudge the answers, they ask you similar stuff in, like, 1,000 different ways.
Yes.
The main one that came up for me was scholar and suspicious.
Yeah. Yep. It makes sense.
And
You can't.
I said that to somebody and they were like, you're suspicious? And I was like, no.
Oh, it was me.
No, I'm just suspicious of others is how I
Right,
took it,
right.
which is very true.
Yes.
And that's on
And
safety.
I need to be more suspicious, and that's why you people are in my life.
But I like a man that spits.
Okay, you like a
I
spit,
just don't
but
want
not
the
a
action
loogie.
of the.
Oh, yeah.
That's
yeah.
fucking gross.
Yeah.
Even though my dad did teach me how to hock a loogie.
I just grew up around boys, so I just, like, always knew, I think.
But I like.
Jimmy's always like, you're fucking gross. Like,
Yeah,
if
I
I
know
like
it.
hock a
I know, in the
loogie.
same way.
Yeah.
I have never seen you hawk a loogie before.
Yeah, you have. And you've been like, that was pitiful.
Show him up.
Want me to do it right now? Do it right now.
She's got
She's
shit
just-
loaded.
I
so.
do. I'm fucking ready to go.
But I also like a man's man that would probably hawk loogies.
Right.
But I
so
want
it's
him
like,
to be able to, be able to come to a gala with me.
you just
for
want
work.
you want a farmer, a dairy farmer.
I think most guys would not hawk a loogie in the middle of a gala.
Right. Like, I want him to be handy, but I don't want him to be, like, the type of handy that, like, thinks that all the projects are his. Because
So like a mechanic would be great. Got it.
probably not someone from the Midwest.
Got it.
I think they would think that I'm aggressive.
Yeah.
Because they're just sweeter.
Right.
And
I
they
mean,
just think that
well, it's even like
being
Massachusetts.
really aggressive. And I'm like, I just don't think you know strong women.
Right, and like also Massachusetts and
We're a
Boston is
different fucking
known
breed.
for being forthcoming and upfront.
He said I
and-
cuss a lot. And I'm like,
What? Did you use the word cuss?
yeah.
Oh,
That's Nick.
that's an
an
ick.
ick.
Yep, yep.
Yeah, don't call me aggressive. I'm just stating that, like, my opinions about the situation that we're talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
Oh, when he doesn't have a stance
On
politically.
politics. On
That was a
politics.
huge egg.
Yeah, yep.
And, sorry, Jim. I don't know. You just seemed.
You made a face.
Yeah.
You made a face.
Yeah, I know. The book's still out on you.
We're surveilling you.
Or if he's, like, obviously a dead Trumper.
Right, right. Like, and like,
Because we're
being-
just not going to get along. Where there's nothing, like.
there's nothing,
the
because
core,
like,
the core beliefs are different.
Right. In my opinion, Trump isn't about, he's
It's
not,
not
a
about politics,
politician. Yeah,
because
yeah.
Take all of his crazy shit aside.
Right.
And there may be some good things.
Maybe he believes in some policies that we can agree on, but he's not a politician.
Right.
He's not, he's not
But
even
I
on
don't
the
really
spectrum.
want a politician either. Like the.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Talking like this with his thumb. Yeah, yeah. What the fuck
I
is
think
that?
Obama
Why did
did that-
Clinton start
Oh,
that?
that's
And
who
then
it was, Clinton.
and then it
It's
just
not aggressive.
Right. It's
he's not pointing.
And it's not.
Yeah, it's not too.
It's a good middle. It's a strong thing.
I think we should just
The
only
Clinton
talk
or the
like this.
Kennedys. Oh man, a man that talks like a Kennedy.
Oh, that's a big yes. Cut that 100.
No.
Jimmy just fucking I just saw his eyes.
recoiled.
Yeah, he recoiled.
No, they were just talking about that on a podcast. I was
No,
listening to.
truly, a man that talks like a Kennedy.
Yes, because
Forget it. I mean, like, maybe not like somebody impersonating a Kennedy, because like now, like I hate when
Because it's a little bit of transatlantic and then Massachusetts.
Yeah, it's the combo.
But old money Massachusetts.
Yes, Gayhead, where they're from, like it is old money.
Yeah.
And then it's also like,
You're a strong motherfucker.
right, like I'm gonna get shit done, you know.
A little hood, a little down and dirty, little fine with some backdoor policies.
Yes.
Black market? No, backdoor policies. I don't know.
What?
I'm
what?
just not gonna focus on that part. You know what I'm saying? Like I like classy with a little bit of hood.
Classy,
I want you to have been through some shit so we can
Yes.
identify.
Yes, but also maybe have a little like pinky up moment once in a while. Anybody who's not gonna care what people think of them in public
Yes.
is the funniest person to me. In like
Because you can't embarrass me.
you can't like I was embarrassed yesterday. I will say that. But yeah, I went in on a lyric too early, and
And you just wanted to
And-
recoil into your own skin.
my friend looked at me and went, Zzz. I was like, no. He's like, you got the collar. That's what he was saying, that we should all be in Squid Games, and anybody who
I
was
didn't
off,
watch that. I feel
anybody who was off should get shot.
Oh, someone that constantly talks about money.
Oh.
Like,
Anybody who is privileged and has just anyone across the board. No, anyone who's privileged, like white male, a white male.
watching a man chase a ball. Like a beer pong ball falls off him and he has to scramble after it. Or just men dropping things in general. So weird, but the secondhand embarrassment is so real.
Like the confidence with which they follow a direction and then it changes direction. Forget
It's called
it.
athleticism.
No, I for sure, I think any guy who won't be direct. But also, I was going to say before, a privileged person talking about poor people in a disparaging way, like,
Yeah, oh, for sure.
you fucking piece of
Disgusting.
shit.
You're disgusting.
You're a piece of shit.
You're disgusting. That goes down to like, I mean,
Or talking about women or an ex in that way. Like,
talking about an ex in a bad way.
Yeah, she was crazy. Okay, give me
Yeah.
some new material, dude.
But like, especially early on.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you had an ex that was like very traumatic and very like problematic.
I'm here for you, but like, don't fucking be like, yeah, she was crazy. Oh yeah, that one before was crazy
you can talk
too.
about your experience and let us come to our own conclusions.
Yeah.
But if there's a way. We all know, girls.
Right, yeah.
We all know the type is, yeah, my ex was fucking crazy. She wanted me to like talk about my feelings.
Right.
and shit, you know?
Or she was like
wanted a pussy.
suicidal, and it's like,
Ugh.
is that so hard for you? Tell me how you're not a man. No offense to, femme men, but.
A man that's lactose intolerant.
Shut
Are you lactose intolerant?
No.
Oh, yeah, I thought you pointed at yourself.
My little brother is. Sorry, poops.
Is that why you call him?
I call him poops. Yep.
I saw a guy pull lactate out before his meal.
It was my little brother. Oh no.
Like, thanks so we know you shit your brains out if you didn't take your little milky tabs.
guy. My little tabbies. What a sweetie weenie. Oh.
When guys lip sync and they don't even know the lyrics.
Oh. Okay, this is up my alley. I have been to so many concerts. I used to work in the music industry. The amount of people I've seen faking lyrics from the front row because I'm in like a side stage or opera box situation, trying to enjoy the interaction between rock star and fan, and they have no idea what the words are. Why are you up in the front? Why are you up in the front? Give it to somebody who's screaming their bloody brains out behind you. Like, ew.
Men without much body hair. I know they can't help it, but I'm very...
Jimmy went like this.
I'm very physically / sexually repulsed by men who don't look like fuzzy bears. That's a very specific type. And I do also like a big old burly ass man.
One of my ex, a man that looks like he still has a sweater on after he's taken off his clothes.
Don't talk about Nick like that.
Our friend Nick is so Italian. He's literally.
I'm not
like,
a big fan of the back, but I do like chest hair.
Dude, if there's like, there was one night where we all went to go see the Boston band that I sang with yesterday. It was me and a bunch of girls from work. We were all shithoused out of our minds driving up to Maine, literally on the border. And we had a group of guys like hang out with us after the show because we got there too late for the show. We missed the show. Went on to the tour buses to say hi to everybody. Hey, thanks for saving us spots. Sorry we fucked up. We're shithoused right now. And one of the band members, buddies who were all like MMA fighters were there, and they were like, these girls are hot, let's go hang out with them. So they all come back to the hotel room with us. Fucking one of the girls that we're hanging out with used to have to wear 2 belts put on backwards with the openings on the back because she was like, I don't trust myself, I'm too much of a slut. She's my fucking hero. And
She just had to make it a little bit harder.
yeah, she was like, I gotta make it so that I can't figure it out.
I'm just not gonna shave my legs.
Right,
because
like-
then there's no prep and then it's just never gonna happen.
Right, no, she was far beyond this. But, so we're all laying in bed because we're all fucking, like, at this point, where it's like bodies over bodies. Like, we're just fucking, there's 2 queen beds.
Bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor.
Yes, that was a vibe.
And that is as close as I get to that genre.
That was beautiful, that was gorgeous.
Thank you.
All the guys have like neck tattoos and like are very tough and like you know, huge glutes. Like they have like what I call catcher's thighs. Like,
Oh, yes.
yeah. And so we're all just like laying across each other because we're passing out from being drunk. And we had kidnapped a kid that night because
Perfect.
he was on the way home from the show and we couldn't find where the venue was. And we're like, he's wearing a shirt from the band. Let's pull over and ask him to show, and we'll introduce him to the band as a thank you. And we're like, do you want to meet so-and-so tonight? And he's like, fuck yeah. He's like 19.
had the
He
best night of his
somehow,
life.
yeah, he did. We tried to scribble the whole story on his back in pen to have proof, and he was like, nobody's gonna believe me. And then we realized that this was a kidnapping situation, and we tried to erase it off his back, but it was still inscribed on his back.
Well, it sounds like voluntary.
Right, it was
Consent
for
is
sure.
important.
Yeah, so we're all there. We're all passing out from being drunk. All of a sudden, I hear my girlfriend go, "Buddy, you gonna take your fucking sweater off or what?" Because he's so hairy. This guy that she's laying next to.
Honestly, I love
I can't. If you can braid it, get out.
I love it.
Oh, that's crazy to me.
Very all over the place.
Okay.
With my type, for sure.
Okay.
I mean,
Dairy farmers?
I went from dairy farmer to Southie fucking Mac.
True,
You know?
true.
It's all over the place.
Yeah.
It's about personality. So because we're so hot, the camera's about to overheat. So we're going to say goodbye for now, but next week we're going to come back with a part 2 because this is just too funny. And we've gotten 2 into this list off Reddit.
Yeah.
So
we
we're
need to
just gonna
keep going with it. We love you. Stay tuned for next week for more laughs, and
Please comment and let us know your icks.
yes.
And check us out on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube if you're listening. Just let us know.
Keep it grippy, keep it grounded. Bye, bitches.